Alright, guys. So, in today's video, we're going to be covering a couple of different things. First thing we're going to be covering is when you have OBS, how do you get to stream to multiple different platforms for free without having to pay for Streamlabs or anything along those lines? You could use Meld, but there is also a partnered application type thing that you can install into your OBS that you're probably already going to be using anyway. So let's dive into that. So, for 95% of the people that are just starting out, you're going to end up getting your overlays from something like Stream Elements. Stream Elements offers countless free overlays and other types of things that you can use within your stream free of charge, so that way you're able to start your journey. That being said, they also offer a bunch of other things as well. So while we're inside of um, a logged in account here, we're going to go into here to features, and then you have somewhat of whatever's going to be happening. So you have your chatbot, a merch availability, tips, ground control, which is an all-in-one application that kind of replaces OBS, as well as a bunch of other things. But the main thing you're worried about getting here is something called SE Live. Once you have SE Live downloaded, you're going to press this button right here, and it's going to download. So considering, as you see, I have the number one here, it's already installed on my OBS. When you have it installed, you're going to have something that looks along the terms of this. Now, this is quite seriously probably the easiest thing you're going to be doing. So once you have it installed, you click up here and you make sure you're logged in. If you're not logged in, log into your Stream Elements account. If you don't have one, create one on the website. Once you do that, you will have a bunch of things that you can do. So, if we go down here, along here to SE Live Docs, you'll see where it says multi-chat or multi-streaming. Make sure Stream Elements multi-streaming is clicked on. It will arrive in one of these boxes here. When it does, you'll see that I already have some accounts connected here. But when you want to connect an account, you simply press the plus and you choose whichever one you want to add, or you could press the gear and it will pop up an actual settings interface. With this settings interface, you're able to log into all different types of accounts that you want to add. So I have Twitch set as my default. So as you see right here, OBS Twitch setting. And then I have the secondary canvas if I want to stream to another Twitch account if I wanted to. We have the YouTube default canvas, as well as live streaming for vertical canvas, and we also have TikTok. Keep in mind, to use the TikTok one, unless you have a stream key, you're going to need to have 1,000 followers. With that in mind, we can also press here and add another layout. So on default, there is Twitter, there is YouTube, there is Kick, there is TikTok, and there is Twitch, but you can also add a custom RTMP, which is Remote Transfer Media Protocol. This stands for pretty much everything that would be live streaming and or otherwise related. So if a website offers live streaming and you don't see it listed here, you would simply click custom RTB, what the output name is, what the server URL is, and what your stream key is. But you could dive into that on a whole nother website. This is simply here so I could show you that it is a selection. Once you have your things logged in, and let's say I wanted to connect to my YouTube, it's as simple as I press connect, and it would load up another web page. Actually, you know what? We'll do this. Actually, I can't remove them once it's connected. But once it's connected, or you want to connect it, for example, click here, go to YouTube, press connect. It'll bring up choose an account login screen. So there's a couple different emails that I can use here. I just use my main Darkness Endowed one and log into it. Once you do, it will pop up with something along the lines of this. And then you can go through your canvas settings of what you want to do, and also your broadcast settings for each different one. So, you're asking how you're going to start this. That's perfectly fine. You go over here and you make sure these are whichever one you want to use is selected. Once it's selected, you just simply go down here and you press start streaming. This will bring up a window for you to be able to change all the different types of broadcast settings. So for example, you want to create a new type of broadcast. Stream title, let's say it will be, let's set it up for Phasmophobia because I'm going to be playing Phasmophobia later on tonight. So we'll do Phasmophobia. It's under category gaming. You want it to be able to be public, as well as you want it to create a new RTMP variable stream. Once you press start streaming, it will launch all of them. Now, of course, you're going to be wondering, okay, Darkness, I'm streaming to 2 or 3 or 4 different platforms. How do I get the chat up? Once you have all of these paired, simply shut down your OBS, load it back up. When you go to Stream Elements and you go to Docs, you will have a new selection there called Multi-Chat. That is this box right here. So, what Multi-Chat does is allows a streamer to be able to see all the chats from all different selected platforms that are streaming. So right now I'd be streaming to YouTube and TikTok, not TikTok, YouTube and Twitch. So those chats be popping up here. So how that would look is if I just type in testing right here, as you see, it just shows up as a regular chat. But if I go to the multi-chat setting, you can see that it's coming from the Twitch chat right there. So as people are sending messages in and yeah, you're getting flooded, it will show you which icon is from that area. And you go, okay, well, that's cool. How do I get that onto my stream? So if we switch this over to my into my scene, and you're looking at this here. So if I go here, back to my chat, and I go testing, you'll see that it pops up right here the same way that it pops up right here. Now, this is where a couple of things get a little bit different. So if you're hosting a website from your computer, this is not going to work. I'm going to preference that with it right now. This does require software that hosts a small web server from your computer. Don't worry, nobody can access it from the outside. It will be strictly locked down to just your PC, but this is how you get the web source to show up on your OBS like it is here. So what you're going to do is we're going to get out of OBS and you're going to go to your web browser. Once you're here, you're going to simply Google multi-chat overlay -nutty. It will bring you to this website. This website is simply shows that it is completely free. You click add to cart, check out, you type in your email and stuff here. So we will do dark creation, zip code, we'll do a random one. And then this is all optional, so we're going to complete the order. Once it's completed, you press download. Once it's downloaded, you right-click it, show in the folder, right-click it again, open with Notepad. It's going to open this up for you. The URL you're looking for is right here. They did this way for whatever reason, I'm not sure. But once you copy this and paste it into here, this is the website that comes up. So this teaches you how to combine the overlays and whatever else. That's already what I'm going to be teaching you here. Nutty made this very simple and very easy to use. So this does require a program called StreamerBot, which I already have installed here. Once you install StreamerBot, you want to go to platforms and make sure you log in with every single platform that you're going to be using. If you don't, there's going to be other problems. So once you log in and you have everything synced, you're going to scroll down until you see services and clients. You're going to make sure that this is selected down and you're able to select WebSocket Server. With WebSocket Server on, you want to click Auto Start, and then you also want to check mark Start Server. Mine's already running for the purposes of this video. I have changed no settings. This is straight out of box, start it, and then leave it alone. Once I press Start Server, I minimize this. So this is for Tickfinity is required for TikTok support. That's if you wanted to use TikTok in it. I'm just simply showing you how to hook up the regular streaming services. The rest of it, if you need more in detail, don't be afraid to contact me. I will help you through it. It's really not that hard. It looks complicated. That's the hard part about it. So once you want to customize your overlay, or actually, sorry, you want to customize your overlay, which is found here, which is widgets.nutty and overlay settings. When you click this, it's going to open up a new web page. So we're going to go ahead and click it. And now we have a brand new web page where it looks like there's a bunch of things confusing. Okay, darkness, I don't know what's going on. Relax. Simple. These are just settings to customize everything. It's nothing that's humongous. There is one thing I'm going to suggest so it doesn't flood your overlay is you want to go down, you want to scroll down until you see general hide after. Once you find hide after, you want to add some sort of ping here for hiding the messages after so many seconds. So this is intervals in seconds. I have it set to 30. So that way when a chat happens, it stays on my screen for 30 seconds and then it will disappear, allowing all of the gameplay to be seen again. The ignored chatter section, so that's if you wanted to add yourself, so that way it doesn't pop up on the overlay, or Stream Elements, Streamlabs, all those types of other bots. If you don't want them to pop up on the overlay, you simply add them to the ignored chatters section. And then the rest of it, I pretty much just left alone. You can turn things on and off, like watch streaks, raids, channel point redemptions. If you don't want them to show up in the chat, they don't have to. They will simply get turned off here. Once you have all the settings exactly how you want them, you click here where it says click to copy URL. Once it's copied sorry about that. Once it's copied to the clipboard, you're going to minimize all this and bring your OBS back up. Once your OBS is back up, you're going to click wherever you want to, or just simply press the plus button down here. When you press the plus button, you're going to look for something called browser source. You click browser source and you add it in. Considering I already have it added in, I'm not going to be doing that right now. But once you add in, we'll say, actually, you know what? We'll do chatting overlay example. Okay? We'll create a new one, and you're going to take this and paste what you had in there before from that clicked copied clipboard. You're going to paste it in here. You're going to scroll down to where it says custom CSS, and you're going to delete everything in that box. You're going to leave that, every single other setting alone. Then you're going to simply press once on the refresh cache on current page. Once you do that, simply press OK, and it's going to blink connected up in the corner. That's good. That means it's connected to your web server. That means everything that happens will show up here as it's supposed to. And I'm about to expand this box here to give you a little bit of proof. So before you saw in the little box right over here, right in that blue box there, it showed the testing message. Now, if I do this and I type in testing, actually we'll do giant text box test. With that being typed, it should pop up in the big box if everything's connected properly, which it is. Here it is right here. So it's that simple. Resize it how you want it, put it wherever you want it, and you're good to go. So where I'm actually going to delete this before I forget to. And there you have it. Now you have it on your overlay, you have multi-chat there, and you have the ability to stream to multiple different platforms as well. If you have any other questions, comments, concerns, or suggestions for videos, don't be afraid to either hit the comments on YouTube or hit me up on Discord, Darkness and Doubt. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.